This edition of Football Friday is presented by the West Virginia Lottery. When you play, West Virginia wins.
And we welcome you to Manhattan, Kansas. Tony Caridi along with the coach, Dwight Wallace, as West Virginia gets set for its first ever game here in Manhattan. It's a Kansas State team that is well rested. They had last week off, of course, West Virginia trying to bounce back after a very difficult loss to the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. All right, Coach, you've got a rested team and you've got a team that feels it should have won a game from a week ago. First off, Kansas State, how much will that week off help them?
Well, I think it's going to help them. I think they're about where we were a couple weeks ago when we did get an off week. Came back fresh. I thought came right out of the gate in pretty good shape. Played a good team in Texas Tech, but it wasn't from lack of effort. I thought we did a good job. Guys were executing better. I would expect the same thing from Kansas State.
All right, West Virginia now, as they well know, have to bounce back. This is a two-game road trip. Next week, West Virginia's at TCU. Clint Trickett played his best of the season last week against Texas Tech. Do you think that's something that's going to indicate what his future performances can be?
I think so. I heard Coach Holgorsen this week say that these are two teams both getting better each week. And I think that's accurate. I agree with him totally. I think that Clint is one of the products of just experience, getting out there, taking the snaps. So we've got two teams, both need a win, and both are getting a little bit better each week, and they're all finding answers each week, I think.
Kansas State's offensive attack, a two-headed quarterback with Jake Waters and Daniel Sams. They don't do anything tricky. They play old school, fundamental power football. I know it brings a smile to your face there. That's tough to stop.
Well, it is if you haven't seen it a lot. And the one thing they do, I think they're old time in practice as well. I think they're back to putting the headgears on and shoulder pads and getting after it on Tuesday and Wednesday and lightening up a little bit Thursday, walk through on Friday, and play the game Saturday. So I think a little more contact, a little more physical. So it'll be a challenge for our guys to come up and fit up on these guys because they are physical. These quarterbacks are going to run it. And this Sam's guy is really good. He's a handful.
Yep. Yet another opportunity for the Mountaineers to get a victory. It's West Virginia and Kansas State. The kickoff is set for 3:45. Pre-game coverage on the Mountaineers Sports Network from IMG begins at 12:15. From here in Manhattan, along with Coach Dwight Wallace, I'm Tony Caridi on WVUSports.com.